So hey.
Hey, so hey.
Hey girl.
Did you bring me here to confront me?
So, we've all been talking. And...
An intervention again?
Again? Did you see Pete Davidson is going to be a father?
I did see that.
Yep.
And you know what that really made me think about? Like... I don't know why it made me think
Hey
about
girl. Saw Pete Davidson is expecting. They couldn't help but think.
Couldn't help but expect you. No, I was thinking, like, because he's been through so many breakups publicly, like, what is the next public celebrity breakup that you're not looking forward to, but that you're gonna, like, really, like, be you know is gonna happen, one, and two, you're really gonna be, like, invested in the story.
I am rooting for the demise of Brooklyn Beckham and
Really?
that girl.
Yeah, wait, the one where, did you see that that story that was
Nicolette.
Nicole Tesla? No, I'm just kidding. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you see that story that was going around like a month ago that Victoria Beckham like stole the spotlight at their wedding or something?
I think that's a gross manipulation of the media by that Nicole.
You think it's Nicole?
By little Nichols. Yeah. Brooklyn is fully estranged from his family right now.
Oh, no way.
Yes, he missed his parents' big birthday. I don't know which or what, but estranged. They get this.
That's a hallmark of a narcissist.
They were a few blocks away from the Beckham family home in London shooting a Burberry campaign, and they didn't so much as call. They didn't even pick up the phone. Not even a text? Not even a text.
Wow.
Because little Nichols has her claws in him. And listen, I don't think he's a good actor in all of this.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Beckham is like King Weewa.
Yeah, totally.
That photography book.
Yeah, he's just like Nepo gone so wrong.
When he tried to be a chef, when he tried to play MLS soccer, he's just a Weewa.
He's a flop, yeah.
He's a big flop. And not even remotely as hot as either of his parents.
Oh, yeah, true. I haven't gotten a good look at him in a couple of years. He's also very young, right?
Not well.
Or he was when they got married?
In his mid or late 20s at this point. I think he's in his mid 20s.
Okay. But that means that they were really young when they got married.
They were.
I'm setting it up for my favorite.
Okay, yeah,
or what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
And it's it's very similar. Millie Bobby Brown and the little
Bon Jovi. Don't call it. Do not equate little Nichols and little Bon Jovi. Absolutely fucking not.
I'm not equating them.
I root for them every night. When I say my prayers at night, I say, oh, chocolate. I say, I hope little Bon Jovi and Millie Bobby Brown make it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
If anything, I would equate Lil Nichols and little Millie Bobby Brown. Oh my god.
Little Billy Bobby.
little MBB.
Baby Uncle Billy.
I think that similarly, so I think that those two married way too young.
Yeah.
And they are like weirdly into each other. I'm like, not to be like, I'm like, go out and explore a little.
You wish that they knew others' bodies.
Sorry, it's not even that I want them to know others' bodies. I want them to, like, I'm sure, to your point, that Millie Bobby Brown, like, honestly, I actually hope I hope she had a safe childhood.
Me too.
But, like,
Me too. That's what I hope more than anything else.
But I more just want them to, like, experience more life, I guess. And, like,
yeah.
You don't have to marry someone at 22. You don't have to marry Lil Bon Jovi at 22.
I bet it provides some level of stability in an otherwise pretty rock and roll life. Yeah. Listen, here's the thing I like about little Billy Boys.
Little Billy Ray Cyrus.
Honky Tonk. And Bon Jovi. Is she keeps going through fun little phases that, like, right now she's dressing like a young Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
And
Boo.
But at the same time, I like that within her marriage, she's not trad wifing it up. She's not putting on her.
What, you mean she's got like her beauty business and that makes what?
She's walking around hot to trot.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She's certainly not being kept.
She's not hiding her light under Bon Jovi's bushel.
And let that be a lesson to us all. Do not hide your light under Bon Jovi's bushel.
Just don't.
Don't. I'm like loving her. So how dare you? Because Little Nichols is suppressing Brooklyn Beckham's limited light. He's already quite dim. And still Little Nichols is snuffing him. Dr. Snufferman.
Oh my!
And Victoria's worried.
Yeah, sure.
She's
What a
been
nasty
texting
little. What a nasty little story to plant on Little Nichols' part.
Oh, that
About
Victoria
Beckham.
And do I think Posh is perhaps a difficult mother-in-law?
Yeah, no, she definitely is. Yeah.
But does that mean you get to take her child from
her special boy?
Special mommy's little boy?
Mommy's special dim boy.
And I don't think Little Nichols' family's a walk in the park. A group of billionaires.
Yeah.
I don't think so. The Beckhams were treated like poverty people.
Oh, because they were new money?
New money and lesser money.
Wow. Oh, to Little Nichols' family. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I think yours is really valid. I guess yours is, like, valid because you're, like, worried about the health and safety of a young, dim boy.
And I'm so... The siblings are closing rank around their parents. Like, I think if there were merit to Brooklyn's plight, then his siblings would show him a little more grace, but the siblings are like,
no,
let us know when you're ready to come home.
Wow.
Prodigal son. Yeah.
Okay, mine's just, like, out of spite. Like, I want to see a young marriage fail.
Totally, I get that. And the Bon Jovi does nothing for me.
Yeah, they are kind of cute, though. But there's something about Lil Millie that, like, just sort of bothers me. It's like she... I just want her to experience... I think because it seems she didn't have much of a childhood. I'm like, why are we rushing into adulthood?
Into a Holmes franchise.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, it doesn't have to be like this.
When she is Enola Holmes,
right,
she plays opposite. Her love interest is Olivia Rodrigo's boyfriend.
Oh, well, isn't that fun?
And I root for those two, too.
I'm rooting for them.
I write them in my prayer book as well.
You are too sweet with your prayers.
I'm like Club Chalamet. My prayer book is all celebrity couples. I do. And Club Chalamet does not root for Kylie and Timmy.
No, she doesn't. Which I respect about her. Like,
totally.
I think a lot of my, like, voyeurism around celebrities is motivated by, like, anger and spite. Mm-hmm. It seems like yours is motivated by, like, grace.
Charity. Yeah, faith. Let me just get your pulse on Timmy and Kylie. Yay or nay?
I'm actually pretty yay on that.
Me too.
I think it's, they seem really in love.
Agreed.
Yeah, ever since I saw them at that one award ceremony where they, like, literally couldn't stop staring at each other, I was on that train. I do think the Knicks of it all was super interesting, like, how Kylie jumped on that.
She went to fucking Indianapolis for her man.
And I will say there were a couple times where I was like, he's kind of, like, not... He almost seems a little, like, embarrassed by her, which I just hate. I hate when a man feels embarrassed by his beautiful woman.
Right.
So I'm just keeping an eye on that.
Okay.
But overall, I'm rooting for them. They seem really in love.
I'll light a candle for them.
Yeah, light a candle for things to work out.
I like it too. And all those waif-thin, natural deodorant, microbang girls who thought Timmy was gonna go for one of theirs.
No, absolutely not.
Just get a grip.
And she is, like, there's something kind of... I'm not a Kardashian person, but there's something kind of interesting about her.
Oh, I actually find her absolutely boring.
Okay. Say more on that.
I just find... The older Kardashians, there was a period in my life where and I was in middle school, but I was very enwrapped by that whole culture, as the world was.
Yeah.
And probably continues to be. But now I really don't. I don't follow any of them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I do find the Jenners just, like, unbelievably boring.
Yeah. Okay,
and I get that Kylie is the Kim of her generation.
I think that's the only part I find kind of interesting. And she is kind of, like... I feel like she doesn't say that much, which makes it kind of... makes her, like, more interesting.
Mute.
But I think I'm, like, maybe misreading her silence is interesting, and it might just be that she's dim.
Or maybe not even dim, but I find her silence rather
uninteresting.
boring.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's good. That's good. We'll keep track of that.
Yeah. We'll keep praying on that.
Totally. What else do you? What you been up to?
What have I been up to? Oh, okay. I had this is just sort of a life at my apartment update. I recently negotiated a lower rent. Did I tell you about this?
Yes, but we need to close the circle. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been living in this building for 4 years. I've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
How they sent me my lease renewal, and it was a 12% rent increase.
It put a dent in the reno.
It put a dent in the reno, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, who do we think we are? And
we've also spoken on how you think that rent implementation is inconsistent across your
units.
building.
Yeah,
across the
sure.
tenants. Famously living with like a lot of kind of
like
palliative care kind of
people with special
neighbors.
deals. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it took a while, but I finally negotiated it because it was just like on my list, you know. And I went back and I was like, hey, what if we did 6% instead?
Cut it in half. A classic cut in half.
Hoping they come back at like, I don't know, 8.
Sure.
8.5 even. I don't know. I haven't done the
You
maths.
anchored low.
Exactly.
You've never split the difference.
I know business.
Yeah.
And they came back, so I said, I forget let's just say I came back with one number, and then they came back with a lower number than I pitched them.
Perfect.
And I don't know if they like...
I'm obsessed with your building.
That's exactly... And they were like, they didn't even like send it back. They were like, we need you to call us. Like they wouldn't put it in writing or something. And I called them and they're like, so we thought maybe this. And I was like, I had to like take a minute and be like, oh. Well, sure. That actually sounds awesome. I was like, yeah, are you trying to trick me? So yeah, everything's really looking up looking up for Claire. And then I've been in this building for I don't even know how many years it's been at this point, which is upsetting. But yesterday, there was like signs in the hallway like, we're checking for lead. And I was like, okay. You're always like, you know, every time you sign your lease, it's like,
like you get a 3-page addendum on like,
on
we
lead.
promise we'll check for lead.
And then it's like, okay, it's been 4 years and you've never checked for lead.
I've never lived in an apartment where they actually make good on it.
Exactly. But and you know, there's always like, they put the notice up and they're like, sure. Yesterday, I went to a workout class after work, get in the shower. I'm like showering, you know.
Doing your full shower?
Just a normal shower.
Just a normal.
It's a normal shower. There's no shaving happening, but
Sure.
It's a full shower. The hair's getting washed.
Okay, see, that's big.
Yeah, it's big. And all of a sudden I hear like, sorry, Hector. Someone's like banging, and at first I'm like, oh, I bet someone's like, you know.
And you famously kind of love to wait and see.
Totally. I'm like, that's not my problem. I'm such a bystander.
The woman is screaming, help.
Like, someone's watching a great movie. So I was like, so I'm like, you know, someone's probably hanging up a shelf. And then it happens a couple more times and I turn off the water and I'm like, hello? No one answers. So I'm like, whatever. I get out of the shower. As soon as I get out of the shower, someone's knocking on my door.
Somebody's knocking at your door.
Yes. And I go, hello. And this man's like, I'm here to check
Are you in your robe?
No, I'm naked. I'm in my towel.
Okay, so you're in your towel.
I'm in my towel. And he's like, I'm here to check your lead. And he goes, you're the last apartment I really need to check your lead.
What? Like you're some kind of holdout? Like,
no, I'm
keeping my lead.
Me and my lead are gonna go crazy together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, can you give me 5 minutes?
Did you say that?
So at this point, I don't know he's hot. But spoiler, he's hot.
Yeah.
And so I go, oh, okay, give me 5 minutes. I'm like naked. I basically say I'm naked.
And I'm naked?
I said I just got out of the shower, give me 5. And then I go and I put on just like sweats.
I didn't know you told us.
Something casual.
Something more comfortable. Why didn't you put on your robe?
I'm not going to answer the door in my robe. That would have been like, whatever.
Yeah.
And my hair's up in a stupid little towel. And then I open the door, and this like gorgeous Eastern European man is like, and we had like a meet cute practically.
But notably, you're real time updating us on this meet cute, and I'm going, So it's actually like a really heinous looking old Englishman, and it's just you've lived with the lead for so long. Like it was never real.
There was no man. This didn't even happen.
There's actually nobody came to check at all.
I'm dead.
But a hot Eastern European.
He's hot, and like our first encounter is like we speak over each other, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, wait, what did you say? And I have to like be like, oh, we're so silly.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I need to check your lead, and I'm like, okay.
No.
And then he comes in, and I'm like, I never think that the hot Eastern European man is hitting on me, so I'm just like putzing about.
Literally seconds later, she snaps, I think we're flirting. I'm not one to think that they're hitting on me. In real time.
I was about to say I don't think that, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute.
Yes,
I
do.
might be flirting. Because he was like, oh, I've seen this painting before. He's like making chit chat, and then he's like, I live in Brighton Beach, whatever. It's just sort of sexy. And, and then like, I don't know, I was just cute, but I felt like I was at the beginning of a porno at first, where I was like, I need to check your lead.
You're like, 1 minute.
I was like, just got out of the shower. And then he turned out to be hot. So that's what's new with me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But this doesn't...
but nothing happened, obviously. So.
Did you pass your test at least?
I did, but before he left, I was like, so do I have lead?
What's the word, Doc?
Me thinking I'm flirting. So do I have lead?
She says to her wall. Alone.
And he was like, no. So,
congrats, though.
Thanks so much. Also, not really sure how old he was, but he seemed young. So, I don't know, maybe...
He's not too young. They don't let...
I was starting to feel a little bit like the older woman who lives alone and led by...
You're 30, and they don't let teenagers check lead. So.
That's so true. You have to be like at least 21.
At least.
To put lead in your mouth.
Hi, beauty. Sorry, Hector came to visit.
Oh, hi, Hector.
Hello, baby. How's it going?
So anyway, that's what's new with me.
And you're not...
Sorry, lead poisoning.
But you're not kind of letting him pull focus from Doug, are you?
Oh, God, no. Doug is top of my roster.
Yeah. So you are a little bit enamored with Hector's trainer, Doug.
He's got such beautiful eyes.
He does have nice eyes.
Yeah.
This is all coming from a picture I showed Siege that Doug snapped during Hector's first training session with him and then immediately texted to me as soon as he left my apartment.
Doug is my favorite person ever. This picture is amazing. We gotta put it up.
Hector is like drugged out and also fully erect.
And I'm like, Hector, I get it.
And Doug, he is charming in his own way.
Wait, have we said who Doug is?
He's Hector's trainer.
Yeah, okay. His trainer.
I think we brought him up 2 episodes ago.
Oh, okay.
Briefly.
But at that point, we'd not yet met him, and now we have.
Yeah, now we put a face.
There's kind of like a before Doug and after Doug. We're in the after Doug era.
Yeah.
He, very earnest, very tries to maintain a very elevated professionalism throughout the session. But that means he's out here saying, because Mittens and I are like, yeah, we don't know what to do. That's Piss Alley. He is constantly hitting Piss Alley.
So that's a section of your apartment where he likes to piss Alley.
It's between the closet and his crate. He likes to walk that line and just drop anchor.
Yeah.
Like, Piss Alley it is.
Yeah.
But now you've got Doug so earnestly trying to do his job. He's going, right, so we're going to gate off Piss Alley. And we're going to...
He's a consummate professional.
Consummate professional. We're saying, what was the... Oh, another instance, Hector's humping Doug. Wouldn't you be so lucky? And Doug, immediate teaching moment, so he just humped me. And here's what we're going to do. So he just humped me. It's like, yeah, Doug.
Yeah, we saw.
There was a moment, though, where the facade dropped totally unexpectedly. I don't know if it's, I think it's very genuine, Doug's whole thing. But there was a moment where he had a break, and he's trying to give Hector a treat. The treat lands in one of Hector's face folds, and Doug just goes, "Oh my God, it's in his fucking face. Oh my God, it's stuck in his fucking face." And, like, it, like, dislodged Mitten's sense of reality.
He
like,
got it lodged in his fold.
That comment got lodged in Mitten's folds. He went purple with laughter and could not lock back in. He couldn't look Doug in the face without...
There's something about dog trainers, they're freaks. Like, said with so much love, it's like, they're like they're the golden doodles of humans. They're like a dog stuck in a human body.
I've said this. It's like in that evolution of man image, it goes normal dog, golden doodle, dog trainer. Like,
literally.
That's how that evolution goes. Because doodles are almost there to dog trainer level. Like, doodles really should train the other breeds.
we gotta create an army of golden doodles.
That are doing jobs. They crave jobs.
They crave structure.
They want to be police more than anything. We gotta stop using German Shepherds and just give doodles what they want, which is a gun and a badge. Because that's doodle. But you're right, they're freaks. Doug also, whenever he, like, let himself kind of play with Hector, he'd, like, go, like...
He'd punch him?
He'd pretend to punch Hector's face. Hey!
Like, give him a little nugget?
Give him he wouldn't make contact, but he would just kind of, like pump his fist a few times towards Hector's face. And Hector's just sitting there, like... So, yeah, I don't know. That's Doug.
Okay, is Doug coming back?
Why? Do you want to be there?
Yeah, like, and what time?
And maybe I'll be in the shower?
I'll definitely shower before, let me tell you.
Well, let's talk culture then.
Let's do it, baby.
What you got?
Okay, so I have a couple of things I want to talk about. I've been really in, like, my movie era lately, and especially, like, my rom-com.
Love.
I'm always in a rom-com era, but I've been doing, like, hyper-specific ones that, like, are on my list probably of, like, favorites ever, but I don't ever talk about them.
Even with me?
Even with you. So I'm ready to finally sort of open up to you about that.
Okay.
And both of them, I think, kind of inspired my Actually, the second one, for sure, inspired my writing a little bit this week because I watched it and then I was like...
In the mood.
Yeah. I was in the mood. But the first one I want to talk about is a rom-com called Enough Said.
What the fuck is that?
Starring Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
What?
And the guy who... What's his name?
James Gandolfini.
The late James Gandolfini.
He's dead?
He's dead. Who really has only played, like, Tony Soprano and this character, I feel like. And it is, like, a second romance. Like, they're both divorced. I think I really like these movies where it's, like, second chance romance between, like, old people, which is, like, telling about me, perhaps.
Yeah.
But, like, I love, like, Something's
No, I love
Gotta
this
Give.
too. Yeah, the same.
But this movie is about these two divorced people. They both have, like, a daughter.
Wait, pause. Is Something's Gotta Give the one where he's dating the daughter first?
Yes.
That creeps me out, but go on.
Okay, fair enough. It is creepy at first. They both have, like, daughters, but they're divorced.
Okay.
And they meet at a party, and, like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is like, I think everyone here is ugly. And he's like, same. And they kind of, like, start joking around. They're, like, doing a bit.
Okay.
And then they, like, go separate ways, and then he asks for her number. And then they start dating, and it's, like, totally, like, they're so into each other, and I just love it. And it's really, like, she doesn't think he's cute, but she's like, but he's really funny. And, like, it's just sweet to me.
Love.
And they, like, pretty much immediately fall into, like, they're dating. But then, on the side, she's a massage therapist. Mm-hmm. And she met at the same party this other woman. She starts massaging her. She starts going to her house to massage her. Mm-hmm. Somewhere along the way, she puts together that she is his ex-wife.
Oh.
And then she is, like, addicted to getting the tea on him
Hilarious.
From her. And then it's all about how she's kind of, like, sabotaging her relationship because of the things she's learning about him, but she does love. It's very interesting.
It sounds great.
It's so good.
And what's it called again?
That's a very forgettable name, to be fair.
Ever After?
Enough said.
Enough said, though.
But there are a couple things I really want to talk about in this one. One being the importance of, like, knowing, I think, this isn't, you don't need this in a book or a movie, but, like, I think it really plays well in this movie how clear it is that they both find the other person so funny. And, like, there's something about the way that Julia Louis-Dreyfus acts in this.
She is one of the funniest people that's ever lived.
I wasn't even going to say that, though. Like, every time she laughs at one of his jokes in this movie, it's so earnest. I need you to watch it just to, like, tell me I'm right, because her laughs are so earnest that it almost feels like it's, like, so real. And it makes it so believable that she finds this man so charming and funny and, like, interesting.
Okay.
And there's even a line in the movie where they're both, like, I think this is, like, after the first time they, like, have sex or something, and they're laying in bed together, and she says, like, I'm so tired of being funny, and he says, me too, and they're just, like, it's just cute. I don't know, it's cute. And
swoon.
I really have just been thinking about that movie and how much I like it.
Okay, can't wait to watch.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to talk about in this movie is, like, one thing I think they hit home really well is the importance of, like, the serenity prayer in a relationship, accepting the things we cannot change.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, a whole part about how she finds out that, like, the ex-wife really hated that he never had bedside tables. And she starts, like, and then she's like, wait, I hate that too. But, like, she never really did to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the movie, she's like, when they reconnect, she ruins it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they reconnect, and she's like, did you get, or he says, he, like, makes a joke. He's like, I got bedside tables. And she's like, you did? And he's like, no.
No,
but, like, I just love, especially in, like, a second chance
mm-hmm.
romance of, like, I'm not going to change this whole dog. Like,
totally.
There are things about people we cannot change. And I think loving someone in spite of those things is so inspiring. Could
not agree. I love that takeaway.
Yeah.
And it, like, makes for much more compelling and grounded romances.
Agreed.
Like, because that's true. Nobody who's been married any amount of time, but particularly, like, years.
Yeah. Or has been on this planet for years.
No one who has a close friendship or partnership with anyone is not. We've talked about this in friendships. It's, like, the things that, like, you love people in spite of, or even, like,
because of.
You
almost learn to love the things that, I think, in a healthy,
mm-hmm.
or you should aspire to love the things about someone that you cannot change.
Because you're not going to change them.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to change.
I don't know at what point we stopped being really, like, we became fixed, or...
And that's not to say that an old dog can't learn new tricks, because I think they can.
Me too.
But I also think it's, like, sometimes, like, the best thing you can do, the best way to love someone is to accept who they are.
Totally.
Yeah.
And if the things that you know you are not, or maybe you don't know, but realistically you will not be able to change, if those things are in violation of, like, your core preferences or principles, walk away, babe.
Yeah.
Like, if, for some people, I'm sure the bedside tables really are that.
Exactly, and, like, for the ex-wife, it might be, like, she couldn't do that, but,
if someone I loved freaked out all the time, like, if they
Molly's least favorite thing.
Missed a train and, like...
flipped out.
Freak out vibes, I couldn't love that person the same way.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be in my inner circle.
I was trying to think of, like, what it was that would take for me to, like, not love someone. Like, what's, like, my biggest ick of all time.
And it's not like I can't love someone who
no,
freaks out all the time, but, like,
it's a boundary for you.
If you've got freak out vibes about everything, I can't deal.
Yeah. I think mine was maybe, like, people who need to, like, plan every second of, like, their day, or, like, need to have, like I think I need to be able to have unstructured playtime.
Yeah.
So it might have been something like that. I can't remember.
That tracks.
But yeah, that's one movie I've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
Should I keep talking?
Yeah, what's the other?
The other one I watched this week that's on my Claire's, like, top 40.
Okay.
Is A Waitress, which I don't know what year. I think that's in early 2000s.
Oh, I watched that when I was too young to watch that. I was like, dark themes.
It is. One of my notes overall on the movie was, makes a case for affairs.
Oh, yeah.
Because pretty much everyone in that movie is having an affair.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't, like, there are no consequences.
Yeah.
whatsoever.
No.
But the reason, I don't know, I was feeling a hankering for that movie this week. I can't really explain why, but the last time I like watched Waitress the musical was when they brought it back to Broadway after COVID, and it was really it was one of those horrid storms, and when I went to go see it, of course, and then we had a horrid storm this week, and so maybe I just had like a Pavlovian response where I had to watch Waitress.
Horrid Storm X Broadway. Troubling because that train line floods so easily. They shut it down immediately.
Pretty sure I swam home. Can't tell you, but I know it was traumatizing. Good thing I'm a great swimmer.
Yeah.
But that's another movie I love. Also, both of these movies I think I watched during the pandemic and added them to my top 40 list, which was also 40 is not a real number. That's just kind of
I was gonna say, do you want a list?
Perhaps it's something I'll pull together. But the premise of that movie, obviously, is a woman in a southern small town played by Kerry Russell.
Beautiful.
The beautiful Kerry Russell.
The beautiful Kerry Russell.
Finds herself in an abusive relationship with a horrible man and finds herself pregnant. And she works at a pie shop. Mm-hmm. And she's quite talented at making pies.
Very.
And then she goes to the doctor, and she's got a new doctor. Doctor's hot. Shit.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do besides have a little affair with him?
And I think patient-doctor affairs are wrong.
Boring. I say violate HIPAA and a few other things.
Okay.
It is wrong, but that's what makes it so right. You know?
Okay.
So the other thing the couple takeaways I had from watching that was like similar to Enough Said. I feel like there's like this sort of thing in both of them where it's like both people are kind of like freaked out and or grossed out by the person at first, but then it's almost like I can't stay away. It's so alluring.
Yeah.
And so in this case, she like there's a line where she's like, you are like really like you're freak out vibes. Like you're kind of like you're like freaking out.
Miss me with that.
And like she's like you're being weird. And then it turns out he's just being weird because he's so attracted to her.
Oh.
Love that.
Okay.
One of the other things I really like is that like the first time that they kiss, and this is kind of what informed my work this week.
Okay.
Is that she's like, you're being weird. I need to go. And he's like, yeah, sorry, I don't really know why I'm being weird. And then it's like, I think it's because we might like each other. And then she leaves the office, and then she's like, oh, I forgot my purse. She turns around to go get it, and he brings her purse out, and then they kiss.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, we can't. And then they kiss again. It's so hot. But I love it when it's like we almost kiss, and then we were both like, we gotta go. And then we do.
You gotta make them kiss, though.
Don't blue ball me.
Don't blue.
Oh, what?
Don't blue ball me. For sure don't.
Yeah.
And I like when it's like we can't, but then they kiss again.
Yes.
Don't give me a kiss, then we can't, and you mean it.
Yeah, I agree. And then the other thing I really like as the overall, like, one of the messages of the movie, and this is in the musical as well, is she's like, I hope, because she is in this abusive relationship with this man who's, like, verbally, physically, emotionally abusive. Mm-hmm. And he also is, like, pressuring her into having sex all the time. Like, he's just gross and horrible. And there's this one scene at the end where he, like, they've been hooking up this whole time. She's starting to feel bad about it. She's like, I don't know. She's so pregnant. And he...
Ew. Like, I'm sorry.
They're in love, Molly.
Okay.
And he comes over, and he's like... She's, like, talking to the baby in her head. And she's like, I hope someday someone, like, just wants to hold you and not, like, touch you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What, you don't like that?
No,
you
I do.
That's
it's
sweet?
Just so sad.
It is so sad, but I thought it was also beautiful.
Yeah, it's just so sad.
Yeah. Okay, sorry for bumming you out.
No, yeah, the movie itself is a bummer to me. It's not in my top 40.
Wow.
Sorry.
I mean, it's not really a romance. It's really more a romance of, like, how she finds herself.
How does it end?
It ends with her having the baby and then becoming so in love with her baby that she's, like, finally able to be like, I'm divorcing you, to her husband. And then then she also realizes that she can't keep having this affair.
Yeah.
So she, like, breaks that off. And then the guy at the pie shop, who she was his only friend, he's this old guy who owned the pie shop. She was his only friend. He leaves her, like, so much money. And so she buys the pie shop.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful movie is all I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Still not for me. Not
okay.
for me.
Well.
But nice. Nice for you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
It is a bit. I really like it. I think I like... Also, the aesthetic of the movie is so, like, Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
They're, like, almost American Beauty-esque.
It contributes to my bad, weird feelings.
But I love shit like that. Like,
we're different in that way.
Yeah.
I get it. Not for me.
Yeah. Well...
Which, I really did watch it at, like, 13.
It sounds like you've watched it at a tough... I watched it at, like, 25, so...
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So, I have stopped watching Scandal.
Does that mean you finished the series, or you said no to Scandal?
I went, literally after our last recording, I thought, I gotta go cold turkey.
Yeah.
I cut it off right there. I'll never watch another episode.
Do you know where you stopped? I think we've literally stopped at the same point.
Mid-season 3.
Yeah.
Or,
no, you got to
top
season 4.
Of season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I just... Nope.
Yeah.
I did do some Wikipedia.
You contributed to PETA?
I did some Wikipedia. I did some brief searching, and I understand at some point Melly becomes president. Good for her.
I didn't know that even.
At some point,
they
it becomes...
get together at some point.
Olivia
and Fitz do eventually. I think Melly leaves him. I could be making this up.
You're kidding me.
I think Melly leaves him, and then they get together, and he fully moves her into the White House.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just piecing together little bits and bobs I gathered. But
From Wikipedia.
From Wikipedia. Another of them is it becomes no longer Olivia Pope and Associates. It's Quinn Perkins and Associates.
That crazy broad.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So I think we got out when the getting was good.
I think so too. It's
can't...
important to know. It's important to know when to leave Shondaland.
And it becomes like a fun mirror.
Yeah, totally.
Like a fun house situation. It's hard to even find the exit.
It's like when you're on vacation and you're like, I never want to leave, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, I don't live here. I have to leave Shondaland before I'm just always in Shondaland, and then I'm a townie.
I cannot be a townie in Shondaland. You were exactly right. Yeah, so things were getting kind of scary. I was feeling a little too comfortable in Shondaland.
Yeah, the bartender starts saying, hey, Molly.
Right.
Sorry, I'm taking this bit way too far.
As it turns out, I've got a family at home. Where's Mom? Where is she?
Shondaland.
Shondaland. So it was time to pack it up. Yeah, that's good. And just in time, I'm not, like I said, I went cold turkey, but I do have a substitute.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, you've got a Nicorette patch?
Summer, I turned pretty.
Oh, thank God.
Debuted the first 2 episodes today.
Wait, you watched them already?
No, I have a job.
I was going to say, what, did you stay up till midnight like it's Christmas?
Oh my God.
Wait, so are you saying that you started rewatching, or are you going
No,
right
I'm
into...
just saying I'm gonna get a fix soon, so I don't have to worry too much.
So last time we talked about The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is on every episode.
This is the summer we turned pretty.
This will be the summer we turned pretty. The last time we talked about it, you said you didn't make it through
fully dropped off the second season. No, but I know that this season isn't a Jeremiah season.
Yeah.
Wikipedia told me.
Well, I like the idea of Wikipedia being like something where like it pays you to read it. Well, you're gonna have to get through Little Jeremiah before you get your treat.
That's fine, because I will build up hate in my heart, and it'll feel so
love.
good. It will fuel my love. Yeah. And whatever. I'm ready to go back to Cousins.
I am too. I actually kind of don't think... I'm not sure if how did season 3 end?
2?
Season... Whatever. I remember the episode where she's in the bed and the two boys are on either side of her on the floor. That was the end of...
Oh, yeah. I've seen clips of that on TikTok.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Good stretch, honey. Yeah. I don't know. I think it ends with her telling Conrad, like, I love you, and he's like, I don't love you, and then they're in that bed dynamic you described.
Sure.
Where Jeremiah, because I've watched, you know a big part of it for me is also the meta, like, relationship between the actors and their characters and the story of the show, and for example, I read a lot of additional malice into Jeremiah because I hate the actor and his politics.
And his tastes.
And I like that the others are friends without him.
Yeah, I do like that.
So I like watching cast stuff that talks about the content, the substance of the show.
Okay.
Because it helps me feel even more fortified in the connection between cast and character. Yeah, it's just it's not a fucking show I watch.
You don't love it. We've talked about it in the last 3 episodes. No, we get it.
You're gonna drive me back to Shondaland. I will.
No, I'm in Cousins. I can't. It's too far a drive.
Yeah, oh my god, the crumbs on me. Yeah, whatever. So, I was watching cast conversation. So yeah, they're watching the bed scene. That's how I saw the bed scene, because I'm watching Jeremiah and Conrad's actors watch that scene together.
Got it.
And Jeremiah's going the whole time he's watching himself
he's being smug.
Oh, he's so self-satisfied as he watches the scene, and he's like, the whole scene he's just sleeping.
Yeah.
But you can tell he thinks he just looks angelic while he sleeps.
Well, I mean,
I think not.
I think he looks sinister.
I guess it's nice we get a break from your fucking eyes, so keep those closed. But in the scene, Belly is lying awake, kind of toiling, and Conrad's on, like, a trundle. It's very you and Steven.
Yeah.
Next to them, and he whispers into the night, I didn't mean what I said.
What
Of
did he
course
say
I care
again?
about you.
I can't even...
He said he didn't care about her, and then he reverses it in the bedroom.
Oh, boy.
And Conrad...
But she's too far gone. She's like, I'm on Team Jeremiah now.
Well, yeah, that's probably how we're gonna have to...
Because he told her to join the volleyball team.
What?
I forgot about the volleyball
I'm sorry,
team.
that's their conflict? That Conrad told her to join a volleyball team?
No, it's the other way around.
Jeremiah
supports her.
Yes, I totally forgot, yes.
Wanting to rejoin.
The whole volleyball plot line, yes. So Belly, like, basically chooses Jeremiah because he's, like, comes to her volleyball game and is like, you should pursue volleyball. And she's really bad at volleyball, remember?
Yeah, the actor?
As the actor, yeah.
That's devastating, because she's really bad.
Yeah, well, she's, like, going to college for it, so...
You guys ask me to disconnect the behind the scenes from what's on the screen. I can't with this show. It's very
You also can't seem to look away.
Except for when I stopped watching season 2 entirely. And now I've watched it bit by bit on TikTok in its
Which
entirety.
Doesn't count. Yeah.
It doesn't count.
That's your Nicorette patch from your cousin's Nicorette patch.
My little Nichols patch.
It's your little Nichols patch.
All right, so I just have one other thing that's not movie or TV show related.
Okay.
It's just about Substack generally.
Okay.
There was an article in New York Mag a few weeks ago that I read then and, like, I'm now poorly reflecting to you. But basically the notion is that a lot of literary figures are moving on to Substack as kind of like an in-between space.
Okay.
A third space,
I saw
if you
something
will.
about this, yeah.
Yeah, it was... You probably follow New York Mag's Instagram.
I may, yeah.
But the notion is, like, there are so many kinds of writing, I think, that don't fit the publishing formulas or, like, containers that exist today. A novel, a short essay, a novella, whatever. And I think a lot of, I don't know if this rings true for you, but, like, a lot of writing is so much more amorphous than that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you kind of beat it into the right container.
Oof, yeah.
To get the commercial outcome you want, or to even just get the audience. Because, like, it's not like it's all just commercial. It's like readers are schooled into certain expectations, too. It's, like, been hard to, I think, maybe, like, establish a market for a weird 4,000-word essay on, like, a picture.
Right.
Like, who would publish that? Like, who's trying to read it?
Yeah.
But then I do think there are people who want to read it, and, like, it's almost, I think, interesting for readers to get that kind of behind the scenes, to get to know the cast of The Summer Turned Pretty.
They need to start a Substack for sure.
Yeah. The way I'd subscribe. But I think it's an increasingly popular move for established literary figures. And, like, I don't know, this article went into, like, some people are driven there because it is this interesting, like, experimentation space. Like, Joyce Carol Oates is, like, riffing on, like, pictures of her pets in her Substack. But then it's also, like, a place where some people, it's, like, the margins that some people are driven to, either because they've been canceled in literary circles or because they don't see, like, the success in those traditional venues. So, like, it's kind of a weird, like...
subculture.
Yeah, it's the dark web of literary.
I do find that really interesting, and I feel like it's something we've talked about a little bit before. I feel like as a writer, or like as a creative person,
Stop doing your air quotes.
As a writer, and creative person, I kind of like do that a lot with my ideas, where I'm like, what is the right? Because I do have a lot of little avenues for it at this point. Like, I sometimes, even with this podcast, I'm like, that's a good story for the podcast, which actually, like, fuck me for even saying that on here. But, or, like, like, that makes a good TikTok.
Right.
Or, like,
this is good for my stand-up. Yeah.
That shouldn't go on the internet. That should only live on a stage in a bar. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting how we bucket things for the right audience and, like, try to, I don't know. I like that point a lot.
Yeah. I think it's cool. And, like, I don't know, like, TikTok also, we've talked about it ad nauseum, both on this podcast and in our lives. Like, TikTok created this entirely new creative platform.
Yes.
And allowed for such different forms of self-expression, too. And, like, emerging kind of, like, content types. I think it's very, very cool that same thing can happen for written word.
I agree.
And, like, Substack is appealing to me in that it does democratize publishing in a certain way, but it's also so freeform that like
there's no like and it's for freaks and weirdos,
right? And I also like that it's deplatformed. It's not like you're beholden to, I mean, I get that Substack itself is a centralized platform, but like you're distributing your own newsletter. It's like the pipes to do that, but like you're not like, oh god, TikTok changed its algorithm again.
Yeah.
Like it's like you've
like
got
you
your
and
mailing
people.
list and you send to your mailing list, and it helps you kind of like create tiers of that if you want to. And even that is interesting because we're business people as well.
Right.
But
never forget.
The second you forget we're business people is the second we've got you. You lost the deal.
Now sign here.
You're paying me rent.
Sorry. I completely agree. I like that it's like you're just building a community with your people who...
Yeah. And it feels a little chicken and egg. Like, I was like, oh, I kind of want to do some experimentation on Substack. But then it's like, well, you kind of need a little bit of an installed base to then, like, even just have the buy-in.
Yeah. So, not always. I mean, some people have, like, built
on
careers on Substack.
Which I love. And, you know, Patreon's another of those kind of open spaces, white spaces for creative expression. But I don't know. I've been thinking about it because, like, I love it. I think written word is often kind of the last of creative expressions to get that kind of like
treatment,
platforming, or
I think it's also, I was gonna say, investment. I sometimes think that writing is like one of those things that like people are like, oh, I'm not good at that, or I can't do that, or like, and it's a similar thing with like creativity where it's like I'm not creative. And I think like there are a lot of more. I do think a lot of people think they're good writers and they're not. But I also think that like there are a lot better. There are more great writers out there, or good. good.
Stephen King.
There are a lot. There are a lot more good writers out there than I think we care to acknowledge, and I think we should, like, it's the same thing with TikTok where I'm like, we should empower people to explore their creative mediums, whatever they want them to be.
Totally. It's like how people stop, like, coloring and painting and
Not
drawing.
me. See the last episode.
Not you. But, like, kids write little stories. Like, it's kind of one of those universal childhood things where you write a little story sometimes.
Completely, where you tell a story.
People start doing it,
Yeah.
And then you tell a little story.
And just because your parents wanted to kill themselves when you did it as a kid doesn't mean you're not good at it.
True. It's true. So that's what I had to say about Substack.
Okay, I love it.
So should we talk about our writing?
Let's talk about it, yes.
Because we're due for a check-in.
We're due. We're so overdue, the doctor said, you better come in today.
And you're saying, doctor, now that I had this baby, I'd like to end the affair. Also, I bought my pie shop.
But you're still so hot, brother.
Thanks for nothing regarding my abusive husband.
Except you did come over one day and we baked pies. Yeah, so I think we can both admit that we maybe, like...
We took our foot off the gas.
We took our foot off the gas. After we blew that first deadline big time, it was kind of like, whatever.
Very Aries of us.
I'm not actually gonna shoot you.
The relief of missing a deadline and nothing happens, and then treating the deadline like, well, that's done.
Did it. Still hasn't reached the deadline.
Same.
God, no.
Same. How many words are you at?
I'm at like 9.
I'm at 7.5.
Okay.
That's no good.
It's not good. We'll say that. It's not good. But I do think, like, we realized that we needed to, like, clock back in at the typing factory. And, like, because we were also, like, we haven't done, like, a real writing update in a while, but then it's, like, we haven't really, I haven't at least been really... I haven't been hand to paper.
No.
So it was good to have, like, a
It's
little
always
bit...
cooking in the back.
Oh, I'm always thinking, which is writing, so... in a way. But we were kind of like, we gotta write something, and then we were like, we chatted about, like, how do we... And we both kind of decided to try to write the first kiss scene. Make them kiss. Yep. In the book this week. And I actually think...
Oh, you actually did it?
I would say I 90% did it, yeah. They just started kissing. I think my whole scene is probably like 1,500 words, so it's like, it's not fully done.
The kiss scene is 1,500 words?
The build up to the kiss. Like, they just started kissing. Like,
okay. That seems right. But, okay, also we were talking about chapter length earlier.
Yeah.
Some of my chapters are 1,500 words.
I think, well, that's kind of where I'm trending right now. I mean, I also had, like, the way I'm thinking about it is, I kind of teased this earlier, but there's, like, an almost kiss, and then it's, like, and then I like it when, like, one person, like, decides. Like, there's an almost kiss, and they both kind of, like, boop, and then, like, one person's like, wait, you know?
Right.
So that's kind of what the motif I'm going with.
Love.
And so mine is, like, one chapter where they almost kiss, and then the beginning of the next chapter is, like, we kiss.
And we're kissing now.
Yeah, now we're kissing.
Damn, okay. We're in the Save the Cat kind of...
Girl, it's in the fun and games, I'll tell you that. Because...
So you have broken into two.
No. So we had a conversation before this about how neither of us have broken into two, and it really eludes us.
It eludes us.
But so that was kind of why I wanted to do this exercise, because I was like, let me just take myself out of the, like, because I was writing, like, from the beginning.
Okay.
And I was like, let me just, like, write
a
random
so this
scene.
wasn't linear. This
no,
kiss
not
scene...
at all.
Oh.
This kiss scene was, like, dropped in the middle of the book.
I didn't realize that's what you were doing.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's totally fine.
Because I was like, maybe it will help me understand the book more if I do, like...
Yeah, I think that's a really smart...
Which I do think it kind of did. Because I was like, I understand how they flirt more.
Yeah.
Like, and their chemistry, and how they're super mean to each other. One thing I'm already, like, having to curb myself on is, like... He rolls his eyes. She rolls her eyes. She sighs. She harumphs. Like, because when you're, like, enemies to lovers, it's like they're both so negative. So you have to kind of, like, I have to kind of, like, and I hate when it's like, I don't like it, especially in ACOTAR, with the crude gesture of it all. I don't want it to be too heavy-handed with the, like, they're such grumps. So,
right.
But I do want it to be a little bit edgy.
Right.
So
you don't want it to be like, just get an SSRI already.
Right. I don't want it to be too, like, and, like, too over the top they hate each other.
Yeah, right.
There's got to be some degree of, like, we kind of like each other.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm playing with right now is that I think there's going to be some level of, like, competitiveness between them.
I love that.
Where it's, like, almost always a game and we're not sure what's real.
Okay, that feels familiar to my pair.
Okay.
Okay, so it's helpful to know you just wrote, like, an intimate scene drop-in, because I think that is a really good exercise. I'm going to try that.
It was
now.
helpful.
Okay, love that, because I have only been writing linearly so far, and first of all, how do you stop yourself from reading your whole book every time you sit down to start to write again?
Whenever I'm like, I want to stop, I'm like, what if I just read it? And then I'm like, wait, this actually is making it way worse. Yeah.
I just, like, and it is because we've took our foot off the gas, I think, to an extent, but I was like, I should read the book I'm going to write, because I'm not sure what happened.
I don't remember what's going on,
So I did that, but then I just pick up, and we've also well established at this point that I have exclusively pantsed. I am not plotting.
Same. I mean, I did do plotting, sorry.
So far, I'm loving flying by the seat of my pants.
You know what?
It's fun.
It is fun. And this was a little bit pantsy for me, where I had the Kiss plot idea in my head, but I hadn't written it yet, and I pantsed that.
I mean, you can see, so, like, that page, that block of text, and then the drop off. Like, I haven't even.
Are you handwriting your book?
You're not?
Shit, I guess. No wonder I'm a little ahead.
I really have only plotted to the midpoint, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm just, like, writing through what I loosely structured with the Save the Cat outline. But I, for whatever reason, I think, like, the linear structure is the only structure I have, so I've been a little scared to...
That's so fair.
...free myself of it. But, and I'm just simply not at the place where anyone's doing any kissing yet. Because right now, I'd say... I'm just about at the catalyst.
Okay. Again, I haven't reached the catalyst yet.
Catalyst, 10% into the book, disrupt status quo with life-changing event.
Oh, I guess I have. I need to return to my...
So I'm there, and I know exactly what it is, but I've been writing up to it. So there hasn't been a moment for kissing yet. I think, candidly, you're not going to get any intimacy in my book until the break into 2.
Well, you're not getting any in mine until Fun and Games. Like, this was a drop-in into the Fun and Games. I said, welcome to the fun house, we're kissing here.
Or maybe midpoint, but you can't take someone to the midpoint
of the
midpoint
book without
a kiss.
Actually, yeah, no, I think midpoint is getting down and nerdy in mine.
And you might get some, like, misdirect kisses before.
Right. Yeah, you could write, like, a past kiss, too.
We'll see.
Well, I will say so I said my kiss is 1,500 words-ish. 95% of that is, like, foreplay, kissing foreplay, where it's, like, I'm not going to give it away, but it's, like, a lot of talking, a lot of long pauses, a lot of touching.
Yeah.
A lot of getting really close and then getting really far away.
They're doing the hokey pokey.
They're putting one hand in and one hand out. And then getting disrupted, and then wait. And then here's one thing I'm really struggling. Gotcha. Here's one thing I'm struggling with: how to describe a kiss in the book. I'm like, and I've read 1 million of them because all I do is read romance.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
you know what I hate? His tongue fishes, or like. Tongue.
You have to be really careful, I think, about how you describe the tongue.
Totally.
Yeah.
And good kisses, the tongue shouldn't be...
The tongue shouldn't be, like, the tongue should
be... a headliner.
The tongue is never first.
I think the tongue should never be an independent actor. The tongue should always be finding your tongue.
So yes,
and
the
dancing.
Tongue should be following the rest of the mouth's
yes.
lead.
Yeah,
the tongue should not lead.
The tongue, no. The mouth itself is sort of the drumbeat. The tongue is like a gorgeous timpani, or no, the tongue is the tongue is the violin.
I looked up on Wikipedia, and the tongue is the timpani.
The tongue is a background character actor.
Totally.
But yeah, it's hard to describe that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I must have read a million good kisses.
Another very common phrase. He kissed her deeply.
Or like he deepens the kiss.
He deepens the kiss.
God, I don't know.
What, he smashes his face harder into hers?
I don't know what it means, but every time I'm like, yeah.
And I am going to certainly fall into the category's norms, because God forbid you try something new. And it really doesn't land.
You're like, they hit teeth, but it's hot. No, there's like and one thing I did find I totally agree. I think we're gonna have to fall into some like.
Yeah. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here.
No, but I do kind of want to like spice it up a little bit, because I was like grasping at straws. I was like, how do they describe it? How are these ladies describing it?
Yeah.
And then one thing I did find myself falling into is like, you know when the couple is first starting to realize like they maybe don't hate each other.
Yeah.
And he gives her some sort of signal that it's like not that, and she's like, I felt it low in my like tummy or whatever. She doesn't say tummy, but it's like
I felt it in my tummy.
She feels it low in her whatever. Yeah, they're trying to say she's feeling fanny flutters, and I found myself doing that because I was like, how do I? And I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that. So I changed it up a little bit, but I'm not gonna tell you how.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I didn't say she felt it in her stomach, somewhere else.
I feel it in my fingers.
Fuck, it was the fingers.
That's a classic.
But that's also kind of like a whatever. I'm not gonna.
Okay. Well,
but I feel good about it. I definitely feel.
I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Back in the swing of things.
I was like, this is fun again.
It's fun. I'm enjoying myself.
Like, two people flirting and feeling sexy.
Okay, so I didn't get to any kiss, but I did write a scene of. I don't want to spoil it, but the scene where she meets the guy who's the ultimate love interest. Such fun.
Okay,
I'm having fun. Mostly it's like, I told you, like, the more I write, and this is probably the problem of a pantser, but the more I write, the more I'm like, oh, I know her now. I'm really seeing her. Yeah. I didn't really. She's most herself when she's with him. She's like she's a little freak.
Oh, I love that.
It's super fun.
Like,
she's
in
like
what way?
She's like a gremlin in the night. Like,
okay.
Like immediate. You were saying like it's a game. And
yeah.
It's very much that vibe.
Okay.
Like
They're almost like
I'm
sparring
having
partners.
such fun. Yeah, sparring partners.
Yeah.
But like also just being like a real freaking weirdo.
Yeah. I love that.
It's fun because it's also like. You have said in the past, like, it's hard to buy into a romance novel if you feel like you couldn't be friends with the female lead. Like, this is a woman I love. This is a woman I know. She's my friend.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm there yet. That's actually kind of a thought I was having. There's one, like, exchange that I wrote that I was like, oh, this is funny, and I like it. And I feel like the more I do of that, maybe I'll like her, but I'm not sure I'm there yet.
Okay.
I'm worried she's a little too curmudgeonly. I need to give her a little more, like, dimension, maybe.
I'm sure she has dimension.
I hope so.
Sure.
How do you feel like you got there? Like, how do I do that?
Well, no, it was when she had a good foil. It's when she had to, because, I mean, part of it is, I think part of her lesson and her trajectory has to be, like, she's performing more than she lets herself believe in her day-to-day right now, and, like, the things she wants require a level of performance or, like, conceit on her part that she'll hopefully drop by the end of the novel because she'll live a more authentic life. But it's kind of like all of these ways that I have to have her behave in other circumstances, be it work or with, like, other people or partners, she kind of drops.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Once she's with the right people. Again, I have her reconnecting with her friend. I have her meeting the guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's fun to write pretense and then the dissolution of pretense.
Yeah.
And, like, she's, the way I've tried to, the way it's starkest for me is, like, she has to be, like, kind of, like, not atypical, but, like, she has to be a little bit, like, outside of a normal person. She can't be Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, okay.
Like, if I'm trying to tell a story about someone who is constrained or imprisoned by her own pretense and then drops it, the person without the pretense can't be, like, a pretty normal person.
True.
She has to be, like, a little funny and weird. Yeah. So this is, like, it's fun. And since I know that the burden is on me to make those two kinds of, like, ways of living differentiated and obviously discreet to the reader, I'm, like, kind of leaning in. I'm letting myself lean in when she's uninhibited.
Okay, fun.
I'm making her wild.
I'm finding myself one thing with this exercise where I was like, I think I need to let myself live a little bit. Like, because I think I'm doing a lot of math that we always talk about of, like, oh, she has to be, or I have been in the past.
Yeah.
Like, trying to make everything line up. I was like, I'm just going to write, I was always like, I'm going to write a fun scene with the little I know about these characters and not let, like, what I feel like they have to be dictate what's going to happen. I just want to have, like, fun. Kind of. Yeah. And I'm sure, and the other thing I'm trying to tell myself is, like, this book is going to change so much.
Totally.
So, like, why do we have to, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to, like, let's just write two people at a baseball field kissing.
Right. And, like, that's fun, and we can make it all work together.
Yeah.
It is going to be, and I have to remember that it's going to be rewritten so many times over.
Yeah.
I know we talk about this every time we do a writing catch-up, but I am, like, quite certain that as soon as this book gets in front of, like, an agent, an editor, or any kind of, like, review, like, reader...
They would say it needs...
I think they're going to say, you have to switch up the perspective of the whole book.
Oh, you're so worried about, like, first person or third.
I'm so worried that I am writing in third person.
I think anyone who would read mine would be like, you need to just start over.
No.
But I just want to get something done, you know?
Yeah.
And, or, like, get it, I want it to give birth.
Right.
So my affair can be finally over.
I'm feeling the same way, and I know, you know, we've been to panels and started kind of the parallel track of, like, figuring out what the mechanisms of publishing look like.
Yeah.
I wonder when we start getting this in front of people.
So, I mean, I feel like we gave ourselves the timeline of the end of the year.
I know, but do you think it has to be finished before we start seeking feedback or input? Like, is that always the flow? I'm not sure.
I think it needs, well, so they said in that one panel it needs to be, like, a B+. So I think that's whatever it means to you.
So it's finished, but it's a B+.
Well, I think it's whatever it means to you. Maybe you have 80% that you think is really good, or maybe you have 100% that you think is okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I am like, should I seek input before I go too far?
Well, maybe that's something we should together explore.
Yeah,
perhaps
maybe.
A pitch it day with
a
literary agent of sorts.
Right. I just want to be told sooner than later I have to change the tense, or not the tense, the perspective of my
But that's
book.
a thing, like, that is a big undertaking, but, like, either way, no matter what happens, this book is going to go through multiple rewrites, and that might just be one of them.
Yeah, right.
Like, even once you get a book deal, like, that doesn't, the book gets rewritten after that.
Yeah,
like, a lot of people get book deals before it's even written, too.
Yeah.
If you're, like, famous.
But we're going to do more frequent check-ins.
Yes, so this is both a check-in for writing and a check-in generally, where we decided we're going to do more, we are going to do.
We are.
Every other episode is going to be a writing check-in.
Yep.
And that could look, it's going to be about the book, but it could look a lot, sometimes we might do stuff like this where we both try something.
Yeah.
Sometimes we might not, who knows.
Right. And on the near horizon, we need to break into 2.
We need to break into 2. That might be the next one.
Yeah.
We'll see. But then on the other ones, we're going to continue to do our fun little
supplementary and
to give ourselves a little bit,
stuff.
our book covers, our writing game, all sorts of fun and games. We'll continue to do fun and games.
It's important to do fun and games, too.
Completely.
Yeah. Okay. So on that note,
I
do have a question for you. It's what's the most romantic thing that happened to you this week?
Okay. I was kind of torn. One thing I really love about this exercise is, like, sometimes we record the podcast, like, really, like, we just did it a couple days ago, I think, and then we're doing it today. And so sometimes it's like, I haven't had time to really be romantic yet, okay? But then I'll be like, hey, Hector. Then we'll be like, I'll be like, okay, well, it's tonight. I gotta find something romantic today. But it's a nice exercise almost in, like, a microcosm of just being like, okay, my commute home, like, let's find something romantic, I guess. Yes. Okay, so Hector's now joined us. So yeah, I've been trying to, like, then it's like, okay, now I gotta focus, and it's nice because I get to find something sort of beautiful and positive quickly.
Right.
Under the gun.
Right.
And today I was doing that on my commute home, and there was just this really cute son and father on the train. The kid was so cute. Like, he was wearing, like, little New Balances, and his arm was broken, you know, the cast. It was so cute.
Abusive father alert.
No, they were sweet. And this woman came on with her dog, and it was such a funky little dog. She sat down on the subway, and the dog, like, literally hopped like a rabbit into her lap. Like it was a cartoon. Like, not like what we just witnessed, no offense. It was like, whoop! And he landed. He was like a gymnast. He just landed in her lap.
All right. Earmuffs, Hector. It's okay.
You're special in a different way.
Yeah.
And it was just so darling. And then the kid was so enamored with the dog, he could not. He just, like,
Sweet.
He's, like, making convo with the dog. He's like, hi, how are you? You know, he's just being so cute.
That's
and
so darling.
I couldn't stop laughing and smiling at the whole thing. And then the dad and the son get off the train, and at the same stop, this, like, finance guy gets on.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, like, probably in his late 30s. He's, like, just is such, like, a, banker. And he sits down, and the dog has not gotten off the train, and he starts doing what the kid was doing, just being like, to the dog. Like, totally, like, couldn't, and I think we took the train the rest of the way together, and the whole time, like, he couldn't stop.
That's
and
so
I just was feeling romantic
cute.
about how we never really grow out of the charm of a dog.
The charm of a dog.
Who we don't know.
Our childhood delights.
Yeah, our childhood delights also.
Yeah.
And just, like, nice to see this adult man.
And he didn't even see the big hop.
He didn't see I was like, everyone on the train watched the big hop. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my most romantic of the week.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a few to pluck from this week.
Okay.
But I don't know, I'm just so inspired. I'm always very influenced by your most romantic, though.
That's very romantic to me.
You should make me go at first next week so I don't get my tail wagged. Well, no, I was gonna go. There are two different train options, but I think I'm feeling moved by the spirit to tell one story.
Yeah, sure.
I think I texted you as it was happening in real time, but I was waiting for the queue. It's a subway story as well.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the queue. My morning commute, dreary, dreadful. Everyone hates their morning commute.
Oh, sure. Haven't had my coffee yet.
And the Q train, it's a crowded platform at 8:02, let's say.
Right.
But buskers had set up, but not just, and it's notably kind of a weird station to be. There aren't often.
It's almost corporate.
It's a corporate
station. It's a corporate station.
It's not, your Herald Squares.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, it's not one of those stations where there's always entertainment happening, particularly in the morning.
Yeah. You could, like, work a full day from that station.
You could set up shop.
Yeah.
But it was notable because it wasn't just one guy, it was a band. It was 3 guys. 2, like a guitar, a bass, and a vocalist.
Okay, cool.
So we're all strings here. Yeah. But they were really fucking good.
Oh, I love.
Like, I came down the escalator while they were doing some song, and like the people were like so engaged. You know how, like, even when there's a really good singer on the train, like, something you're all kind of just pretending.
Yeah.
You're in your own thing,
like,
because engaging comes with its own hazards.
Yeah.
Everyone on the platform, really crowded platform, is turning, like, kind of like open heart, open faces. Like, they're just like, people are really moved by this music.
Wow.
A lot of people are like filming to send to loved ones.
Yeah.
And then they're also timing these songs perfectly to the trains arriving and leaving. So you get it. They're trying to give you a full song. Like, they want you, they don't want you shortchanged.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did drop a 5 in the bucket. These people were rocking out.
Since when do you carry cash?
Mittens gave me some.
He gave you pocket money?
Some poker money. When he comes home from poker, I get cash.
Yes. Cash is queen.
Cash is queen. But just before, so I'm like, wow, I'm really loving these guys, but my train's going to be here in 2 minutes. I'm going to miss them when I'm gone. And that's when they say, we got one more song for you. And they play Maps.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, by the Yeah, right? I cried.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the only one in my 3-foot radius crying.
Wow.
Like, a few people just kind of teared up. It was such a beautiful rendition, and what a beautiful song.
And such a random song to play on the subway. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
But kind of perfect.
Kind of perfect.
Yeah.
And it really just, like, changed the trajectory of my day, I feel.
That's so nice.
And that they did that
usually
for
you're like, why am I...
Right.
Why am I...
Okay. All right, well, that's that.
Well, I love that, and that is quite romantic.
And I think Hector's most romantic is Doug.
I think so, too, but he's also mine.
Oh, that's nice. That's pretty nice.
I think this is his most romantic, sharing this moment with you. Going to work with Mom.
That's true. You're a good boy.
Alrighty, guys. See you next week.
Bye.